Hey man, we back at it again. We were specifically instructed that this is the only time myself and Daniel can speak during this podcast. There's a
Yep.
very angry 5'3" person to my
And
left.
3/4.
Nah, well, that's not
Don't
accurate,
forget
right?
Five
those.
five according 5'5" according to my last annual 2 days ago.
According to your lie, because you told them that they should have rolled out the tape measure. But
I had my shoes
Jonathan,
on.
yeah, Jonathan has a lot to say, a lot to get off his chest. So I'm just gonna hit this intro, and then he's gonna go on a rant, and me and Danny are just gonna be trophy husbands. I guess I don't know what the hell we're supposed to do with this, but we'll figure it out.
I'm not sure what
Let's
kind of
go.
trophies you guys would be like
I
participation
mean,
trophies.
honestly, dimes. Let's
I'm
just
a
call it.
catch. I'm a catch.
I'm a
I'm
catch.
You
I
mean
definitely,
guess.
participation trophies? Get out
Yeah,
of here.
son.
definitely a catch.
I'm a homeowner. Danny's got a great collection of shoes. We're top 1% out here, man. What you talking about? Yo, what are you doing right now?
The big V. Look, man.
All right, man. Let's just jump right into this shit. So,
I made my wife wake up and drive me there anyway.
you,
It's a major.
Cosa con eso?
Oye,
Cosa con
hablar
español?
español. ¿Qué pasó, papá? ¿Cómo estás?
Any questions?
Now, when you bought that sweater, right? You just go, fuck it. I'm going full Mr. Rogers. You've tuned into the Man Chatter podcast.
Yes, full Mr. Rogers, indeed.
All right, man. Stage is yours. What you got to say, brother?
Well, good evening, everyone. Apparently, we're not going to do the new intro. I've got a story to tell, story time. So since we're jumping right into it, here we go. First of all, I do have a story to tell. The story is for you. You, if you're watching me on the other side of this, it's not for this dude right here who likes to put himself up before anyone on the screen because he's so insecure that, the minute that he gets a deal, he's gonna fire us like Joe Budden and take all the money for himself. All right.
On the show.
This story is not for this dude down here somewhere. Yeah, that dude right there. I got a message for him too before I get into the story. Mira, huevón, te vas a ver la última temporada de Casa de Papel en español, ¿me entendiste?
Definitely not.
For those of you that don't understand what I just said, I'll translate for you. I said, hey, look, man, I really appreciate you as a friend and as a co-host, and for you to really get the full experience of the show on Netflix, Money Heist, great show. You got to watch it in Spanish with subtitles on. Okay, so now that we got that out of the way, as you can see, my lighting is terrible. It's kind of grainy. It's dark. I'm not in my usual spot. That's because I'm in Virginia Beach, 9-hour road trip. Well, road trips. I do a lot of driving. And one thing that bothers me is people not knowing the rules of the road. Simple things like riding the brakes, not knowing how to merge, doing 70 when the speed limit is 70 and you're on the left lane. What are you doing? Get off the passing lane. I had a couple of those incidents happen to me. Now, my wife, she says I have road rage. She says I have anger management problems. I don't know. Maybe she thinks I'm going to pull a Michael Douglas in Falling Down. I'm an old white dude and I'm going to pull out like an AK and start firing on people. Or she thinks I'm going to pull a Russell Crowe and Unhinged. No, man. Like I'm pasty, but
You are pasty. Yeah, that's
but
right.
I'm not Caucasian, all right? So here's what happened. And these are the things that I say and why my wife thinks that that I have anger management issues. And this is why, and why I tell you that I don't have anger management issues, even though I'm sounding kind of aggressive right now. What I have are effective anger management techniques.
What the fuck?
6 hours into my trip, we're riding on I-95. And as I'm riding, I'm on the right lane because I'm doing only 6-7 miles over the speed limit. So I'm letting everyone that's speeding and doing 90, 95 just fly by me on the left. And we're coming up on an on-ramp. And so what I usually do on an on-ramp, and if you're a decent human being, is you look. If there are people getting on and there's someone on the left, you move over, pass, and then get back over on the right so people can get on. Well, I didn't have that option. I had a guy on my left. I had some dumbass in front of me. And I had this guy that was merging. I was like, okay, cool. Let me slow down because he's got a short runway and he's not going to be able to get on. And I got someone behind me that's not going to let him on. I could already tell by the way he was tailgating me. So I start slowing down. And as I slow down, this genius that's merging decides to also slow down with me. Why in the hell are you going to do 45 miles an hour on an on-ramp instead of speeding up to 70 so you can get on the highway is beyond me. So eventually the guy in front of me decides to speed up, move over to the left. So I step on the gas, speed up, and that guy eventually merges behind me. So what I say next is what my wife refers to as having anger management issues. And look, all these things that I say, I never wish death on anyone. I never wish anything like that, okay?
This got dark.
But here's what I said to him, okay? I say, dude, I wish that you were late on 3 of your credit card payments. I hope you missed all those payments this month and that you were in the middle of buying your first home. And then when you go to the bank to get that loan, you get disapproved because your credit went down and now you're left on the streets. And now you got to pay market rent. That's right. And my wife is like, why would you say something? I was like, what did I just do? I just let it out. I didn't hurt anyone. Is that dude actually trying to buy a house right now? Probably not.
Not in this market. No.
Not in this market. It's not a buyer's market. You know, he's gonna have to give 50% cash just to get that house. Mm-hmm, but you know what? It doesn't matter if he has $50,000 cash because he didn't pay his credit cards on time. Because I just spoke it. I spoke it into the ether. It has become true. That dude that didn't know how to merge is now going to be paying $1,800 for a 1-bedroom apartment. So that was the first incident. All right. The second incident might have been a little bit, darker. It was farther down the road. And so I started formulating this story, by the way.
I started formulating this story
for you.
He's conjuring a spell in here. Yeah.
For you listening out there. And if you're only listening, get on over to YouTube, catch this on Spotify. It's on video. All right. Subscribe to the pod. If you're on YouTube, like the clip, help the algorithm. All right. Help me with my anger management issues. So this was like maybe an hour past that. We're driving and we're getting close to DC. And some guy, I don't understand why people do this. They're speeding past me. They get on over in front of me. And then they just slow down, hit the brakes. I was never in any kind of race with them. I'm just riding along on the right side of the highway. And they decide to just pass, get on over, and then all of a sudden decide to slow down. For what reason? I don't know. So, again, I don't wish death on anyone. But when this guy, when he was driving his white Altima, I think he had Pennsylvania plates, when he cut me off, and I damn nearly thought I was going to I was going to rear end him. I spoke something. I don't think I spoke it into truth, but it definitely made me feel better about myself. And again, my wife thought that I had anger management issues. But what I said was, bro, I hope that you're on your way to a date with your wife, and this is the 3rd time you've had to reschedule this date. Your marriage is on the rocks. And now that your car, by the way, I'm sorry, I left the most important part out, which is I hope your car flips over 7 times. You're absolutely not hurt, though. I just want your car to flip over. You damage your white Altima that looks pristine. You don't make it to that date with your wife. Your marriage that's already on the rocks, over. Your wife takes the house, the kids, and the 2 fucking dogs that you have. Ruins your credit, and now you got to pay. You know where you're going to live? You're not even paying for a house or an apartment. You got to rent a room in a house, paying $500 a month because you got to pay child support, alimony, the house, and the car. And my wife is like, what is wrong with you? What? I was like, I didn't wish him death. I just wished him a little hardship for him having caused almost an accident. That's all I said. I got it off my chest. I didn't chase anyone down. Look, my wife thinks I'm going to chase someone down and, I'm going to get my ass kicked or someone's going to pull out and I'll get shot in the face. Look, I told her, look, this is better that I just get this off my chest than the alternatives. The things that you think might happen if I actually did have road rage, which would be I chase this guy down, he kicks my ass, not a good look. Or he shoots me in the dick or in the face. All right, if he shoots me in the dick, I'm useless to you. What good is that? If he shoots me in the face, I'm kind of useless to you too, because you told me that the face is the only thing you're saying with me for. So I kind of prefer that I get shot in the dick, because apparently my face is doing it for you, but the dick, not so much. Either way, I'm not pursuing either one of those avenues. I'm just letting the anger out through words. I like to paint pictures with words. And I like to tell stories. And unfortunately, that story was about that dude's marriage falling apart. Is it true? Probably not, but I said it. It made me feel better. And I moved on with my trip. All right, that's enough. I'm sorry. That was a little angry, that was a little aggressive. But it felt good getting it off my chest. Again, for the second time.
I need a second. Hold on, real quick. I just have a couple questions. Why are your insults and your shit so credit specific? And you did all of this with the windows up, right?
Yeah, dude, I was doing 75, 80 miles an hour, and it's 30 degrees outside.
Okay, just checking. All right, just making sure. Just kept it to yourself. Ooh, I wish this motherfucker would be
But I do put the windows down if we're like driving through like regular traffic. And that's when my wife really gets worried. She's like, hey, like, you don't know what that person's packing. Like, come on, don't be stupid.
Danny, you got anything? Because I could just keep.
Why are they credit specific? Because I don't want to wish death on anyone. I just want to wish them hardship. What worse fate than someone having terrible credit in a country where all you can rely on is your credit. Without credit, you can't do anything in this country.
But I mean, you're almost being like the Jack Kevorkian, Dr. Kevorkian of it. You're like, it's an assisted suicide right there. You know what I mean? Like, I want you to lose everything. Your two dogs. Like, it's so specific. Like, that shit sounded like a spell, bro.
But I'm not actually legislating anything. I'm not putting anything into law. I'm just saying it. It makes me feel better. Nothing's actually happened to that guy. I mean, if it does, I wish I would speak other things into reality that would benefit me. Again, look, I don't think it's, I don't think I have anger management issues. I think it's a creative outlet for me. I like to tell stories, and instead I'd rather just tell these stories and effectively manage my anger.
Look at Danny's face. Danny's
Yeah, I'm glad that this is the first time he doesn't have something to say. Wait, we didn't bring you on the show for this. Come on.
Danny's like, Danny's got nothing.
Do you usually have road rage though? Is that like a thing for you, road rage?
No, but I usually do say those things. That's the
out
truth.
loud.
Out loud.
I felt that shit.
Yeah.
No,
You don't think,
and you remembered it
out loud.
What's that? I don't have to say them out loud, no. And I think them, but it feels better when I say it out loud.
Now, how often do you use that horn?
The horn? Not as much as I used to. Not as much as I used
It's gotten better.
Yeah, because instead I just say the ridiculous shit that just came out of my mouth a few minutes ago. And that's better than the horn. And sometimes I'll just hold the horn. Just hold it and ride for like 5-10 seconds. Yeah, I'm one of those. But look, but you know what? But that's it though. Like I'm not gonna chase you down. I'm not gonna do 90 miles and just get on your bumper and do any of that crazy shit. I just like if you cut me off and you do something that puts me in danger, possibly getting to a fender bender because something you did. Yeah, I'm gonna hold the horn for you doing something stupid, and then I'm gonna wish that you had a 585.
But why? People make mistakes all the time. Why? What's the point of that?
The point of that is that I don't turn into Russell Crowe or Michael Douglas. The point of that is I say it, I get it off my chest, and it's over, and we move on. And if I run into you at the bar or we go somewhere, we end up going to the same spot, we can share a beer. It's all good.
They're not gonna. They didn't see you over the steering wheel. Like they don't know who you. You know what I mean? They don't know it was you.
I gotta be able to see over the steering wheel. So remember, I got it just goes up and down. I got the.
Do you think the reason why you'll never like pull up at them at the light because you're cognizant that as soon as you hop out the car, the person's gonna be like, "Hey man, I'm sorry, little man." Like it's gonna be like, "Hey, my bad."
I would never challenge somebody to get out of their car.
Never, ever.
So if someone gets out of their car, like
more than half the people have a gun in their car.
Yeah.
So I had an incident, not in the car, at a restaurant, at one of the bars actually that we would here in Ohio, or not here, but in Ohio. And I guess the night before or the weekend before, we're shooting pool. You know, you put the quarters on the table.
Is Ohio open carry?
Shit, I don't know. I know you have a concealed carry. I don't know if it's open carry.
Well, that'd be good to know. I don't know.
It would be. But we were at this bar, and the night before or the weekend before, my Mel and I and my neighbor, we were shooting pool, and apparently someone put quarters on the table, and maybe my neighbor took their turn or something. I don't know, because the following night we were having dinner, having drinks, and this guy and his friend are shooting pool, and we're like, oh, we're talking as we're having dinner with some friends, like, oh, maybe we'll go shoot pool a little bit again. This guy's been drinking though, and he comes up to our table. Dude's probably like 6'1", 6'2", some sloppy 22-year-old white dude. And he comes up to the table and he's like, this fucking guy took my quarters, like pointing at my neighbor. And then he looks at me, and I'm having dinner with my wife, my neighbor, his wife, and a couple other friends. And then he looks at me and he's like, my wife puts her hand on my wrist, and she's like, just don't say anything.
Was it your wrist or your head? She just held you back.
No.
Hey, not just.
No, we were sitting in stool, so we were pretty much the same height. Yeah. So then he points at me. He points at me. Shut your ass up. He points at me and he goes, your fucking dad took my quarters. Yeah? You having a good time with this?
Just go, Jonathan, stop.
Don't make me send you to the corner.
Get your ass back in that high chair. Just sit your ass there. All right, go ahead.
They have to open thing for you to get out of the chair. Like move that little table.
She's gonna lift it up so I can hop off. She's gonna lift a little table that goes up and down. Yeah. Daddy's over here laughing at me like he's 6 feet tall though. Oh my god.
Hey yo, real quick.
What?
You can just
Can you get the words out? This is not a good look for the podcast. Hey, if you're listening to this, you need to catch the video. That's all I'm telling you.
Oh shit, I'm crying. Yo, daddy, he's just sitting in the chair. They're like, yo, let him out. It's just rolling away.
My legs are dangling.
Oh, son knows. Oh shit. All right. So what about these quarters?
This guy. Oh my goodness.
Oh shit. Oh man. Thank you. Okay. All right. Get this shit together. Oh shit.
Get your shit together, dude. Come on.
This story was better than the first one.
Real quick. Ohio is an open carry state. Looked it up real quick.
Yeah.
Okay, so back to the pool table shit. Let's get back to it.
Let's get back to it.
Oh man.
No, so this was one of those situations where you sure you're ready?
Yeah, I'm good.
Take another deep breath. All right.
I'm just get some agua.
Yeah, so then he points at me and says the same shit. Like you and your dad took my quarters. And Mel puts her hand on my wrist. She's like, trying to let me know, like, hey, just relax. Like, don't do anything. Don't say anything stupid. He's drunk.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, you want your fucking quarters back? Oh, and he just kept going. And she just like turns and looks at me. She's like, what the fuck are you doing? Because she's probably thinking like, you're 5'3", maybe.
And 3/4.
This dude's like 6 foot plus. Oh, right. Now you're giving me the credit. Okay, now you're giving me the credit.
Of course. Yeah.
And he comes back to the table. And he says the same shit. Like he's drunk. I don't know if he's hearing whatever the fuck people are saying. And my wife's like really, like Mel's really like, hey, calm down. He's like, whoa, You took my fucking quarters. People steal quarters over here. And I grabbed the quarters and I was like, you want your fucking quarters? And I fucking threw it at him. Hit on the floor. Take your fucking quarters. What the fuck is your problem? Dude, didn't do anything.
Of course.
Didn't do anything. I was onto my beer because I gotta hit him with something. Yeah. My wife is looking at me like, fuck. And turns out Kevin, who's the bouncer or whatever, he saw what's going on. He comes in, grabs the dude, takes him out. But that's what my wife thinks is gonna happen. You fucking bobblehead ass motherfucker.
Oh, daddy's. Yo, I'm sorry, man. That's fucked up.
I started thinking about asking if you I didn't get it out.
Asking me one thing. Come on, gather yourself.
Oh shit. All right. So Kevin.
Kevin. What were you gonna ask me, Danny? I didn't hear it.
If you got out of the table when you were the quarters. And then I thought that to myself and started laughing again. I'm sorry.
You said he was still sitting in the high chair? Is that what you're saying, Danny?
I was still sitting in the high chair.
Take them shit.
I was.
Fuck you, Mom.
Fucking guy.
Oh shit! Oh yo! My god!
Hey, but because of situations like that, she thinks that I'm going to do something similar when we're driving. That I'm actually going to chase someone down.
So the guy didn't end up
people
doing
are crazy
anything?
out there. You can't walk up on people. People are crazy nowadays.
Yeah, man, you can't do that shit. I don't do that shit.
Yeah. What's like outside of a weapon? What's the scariest situation you think you find yourself in with somebody approaching you? To me, it's somebody that's in like those UFC shorts with like thong sandals. If I see you walking up to me and you're wearing that, I'm walking the other way because you can kick me 3 ways to hell.
Yeah. You talking about the board shorts?
Crazy shit happened to me when I was in Miami. I was like 17, 18 maybe, coming out of space.
We were together. We were there. I was with you. I think I was with you then. Yeah.
That was one time when I went off on my own. I left and I took an alley to go to my car, and it was just me. And there was a homeless dude that approached me. I don't know, it's fucking space. How late it was when I left that club? 3, 4 in the morning. And dude approaches me, asks me for whatever. I was like, nah, man, whatever. I keep walking, and I feel like same dude must be following me, like right behind me, and I just feel like the fucking like hairs on the back of my neck stand up. And I'm following the same rules that they fucking tell females, fucking carry your keys in your fucking. I had like 4 keys down, and I turn around and I started just wailing on the dude. Yeah, I turned around, I started wailing on the dude, and then I got to my car, and I had like a white shirt on, I had blood all over me, and I was just like fucking trembling, like a motherfucker. I mean, I was like, I don't know, I was like, I just beat the shit out of some dude who probably wasn't gonna do anything, or I came close to fucking getting
like, so you did
crap
that?
Out of me with a lead pipe. Who knows?
You had no idea what he was gonna do to you?
No, but the fact that he started following me after I said, hey, yo, whatever, and I just kept walking, and like he just got up, I'm like, it can't be good, whatever the fuck he's doing, trying to follow me. So I preemptively did. Yeah. I mean, it was either like take off running or just turn around and just
and ask him, like, why are you following me?
No. He already asked me and I said no. Dude.
Oh.
But I felt bad because I
already asked you for money.
Yeah, he had already asked me. I was like, no, whatever, no, dude, I'm good. And I kept walking, and then he started following me. And then I was like, no, I'm not taking that chance. Let's have a conversation here. Come on, you're right. Let's be pragmatic, Danny. You're right. Let me ask him. I should have been a human being.
Hey, look, if I didn't know that he had already asked you for money. If it was me, I would have been like, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah.
It's a bum. I thought he's carrying. He's a bum.
We could have like a knife.
I don't know what the fuck he's carrying.
I always assume the wildest shit. Like, Danny, you remember? Of course you remember.
Yeah.
We were at Purdy. We were at Purdy that night, and like I think this was like 11, 12 years ago when that guy like was wearing like the long sleeve, like the long sleeve white shirt. It was me, you, and Jay, and we're grabbing a drink. Yeah, and he pulled up his shirt, and me and Jay both looked because we thought he was lifting up for his guns, and I was like, because that's legit what we thought. He was just showing his stomach, And I walked up to him.
When I
and,
saw that there was no guns, I was like, does he have Thug Life tattooed on his stomach or something? Like, what exactly did he try? Yeah, nothing.
And then I went up to him. I went up to him, and I screamed in his ear. I'm not gonna repeat what I screamed in his ear because you know what I mean. Like it's not to be repeated. But I was like, "Yo, you good?" Like loud as shit. And like he was with a bunch of his friends. It was just me, Danny, and Jay. And then we all got out of the club. And then me and Jay are at the car. And Danny's like, "Nah, man. They think because I'm small, son. Let me back in." I was like, "Danny, get your little ass in the car, man. We ain't gonna fight, man. Like we ain't trying to go to jail."
At that point, I'm pretty sure that I walked into the club, but I was carried out because I'm pretty sure Ben like just picked me up like a baby and just
I put you on my shoulder. It was like, "No, we're not doing that today. Like we're not going to jail." Like that's, I mean, this, why should like, it's the same thing. Like you just never know. You never know what somebody has. So like when dude lifted his shirt, me and like all three of us like leaned back and like checked to see what was going on because it was wild. Like why would a dude lift up his shirt in the club? Like that's weird to another dude. Funny story. You know the only other time that's happened, which is Kellen Winslow did that to me. It was in the Gables.
Kellen Winslow?
Legit. Kellen Winslow Jr. I'm
yeah,
not
but
even
Kellen
making
Winslow
this up.
has abs. Like maybe he was showing you like, if you hit me in the stomach, it ain't gonna hurt.
Yeah, exactly. Like I was standing there. We were at like Banana Joe's, which is like in the area of like 609 and that whole downtown core of the Grove. I'm standing there. He's like dancing with some girl, and I was like, "Oh shit, that's Kellen Winslow." Like I think they had just come off like a big game or whatever. Like, "Oh shit, that's Kellen Winslow." I was like, "Oh shit, that's crazy." And I guess I was like looking at him too long and not realizing because I was drunk. And like he lifted up his shirt, I was like, "Well, I'm moving because this isn't a problem I want." And you know, he ends up being a crazy motherfucker, so I made the right call. Like sometimes you gotta
Didn't he get arrested for masturbating in front on a Target parking lot?
I thought it wasn't it sexual assault?
I saw him.
Well, he might have done the sexual assault.
at
The
house
first
party.
arrest was for masturbating in Target parking lot.
I had no idea about that one.
Jesus.
Yeah, so that lets you know that I made the right call to just walk away. Because anybody who's willing to beat their meat at a Target parking lot, it's not somebody you want to mess with. So you just walk away.
But like if you think about it though, like maybe he was trying to fight the urge he had for sexual assault, right? Like he was like, I gotta get this girl that's inside Target right now. And he's like, let me play it safe. Let me go take care of what I gotta take care of in the parking lot. And like he got tired of doing it. But he was trying to fight it at first.
Yeah, and then he became Darren Sharper. I think yeah, it just became a different beast there. I mean, that guy, yeah. You always got to be careful. You always got to be careful with people around, man. Like, I always like think of the worst possible situation. Like my wife gets like, she's like, "Oh no, it's still be fine." Like some people walked up to my property a couple months ago because they were looking for my neighbor and like just walked up to my door. You both have been to my house. You don't just walk up to my door. You know what I mean? Like there's gotta be a reason to be there. They knocked on my door and I'm standing there shirtless and like in basketball shorts and I was like, and I'm looking at my wife and they're like talking. I was like, I go to my wife like, "Yo, why are they here?" Like they're looking for my neighbor, talking all this shit. Like they're very methy. You know what I mean? Like they got the jacked up teeth, the meth jawline. So I was like, I don't like them being here. And then they leave, but I was like telling them, I was like, "Yo, I don't like people just showing up to my property." Like I was about to whoop this dude's ass. Like I didn't even know what he was there for. But I was like, my fucking spidey senses were on fire, bro. I was like, nobody just comes up to me. Then like that night I couldn't sleep because I'm thinking they're gonna come back.
No, I'm with you. If I live where you live and I have anybody come anywhere near my house, I'd be very paranoid also. Because you live in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, exactly. Like so, like you have like
you gotta want to be where you're at.
Yeah, unless you're UPS or FedEx or you're telling us you're coming to my house, every car that pulls up to my property, it's almost on site. Like, yo, what are you doing here? Who are you looking for?
Look, you need to have a Macaulay Culkin type of thing. A damn rope from your house to the tree. Have a 249 set up.
The tree house.
You need to be. That's a
squad automatic weapon.
Danny.
So it's a gun.
Automatic weapon.
Then that even
You need to have a weapon stash.
I was thinking about the tree house. Honestly, I don't know. I tuned you out.
I'd be dope with a tree house. I do want to build a tree house.
6 to 9.
249. It's a gun. It's an automatic weapon. I don't even think you can buy that though. Man, you trying to get me sent to prison? Like sent to federal prison? What are you doing?
Oh, just have an AR.
Nah, I'm good with my shotgun and my two handguns. The shotgun gets the job. Shotgun gets the job done. But yeah, man, I'm very aware that I assume everybody has a gun. Like I was coming out of the Walmart parking lot.
Just about everybody does.
Yeah, because just about everybody does. I was coming out of the Walmart parking lot, and I had the stop sign, and the car in front of me is one of those where like you could turn into Walmart or you could do the U-turn. So if you're doing a U-turn, you have to yield for everybody because you're going. You know what I mean? Like you don't have the right of way for anything. So I'm at the stop sign. I have the right of way, and I go, and he goes, and he's like, "Yo, you didn't fucking see me?" I was like, I rolled out my window. I was like, "Yo, man, you good? Like, what? You can't go, bro." And he's just looking at me. Then we pull up to the same light, and I'm just like looking at him. I'm like laughing because it's like it's so stupid. I was like, "Bro, like, what are we doing here?"
But I mean, when people do that shit to me, I just smile at them.
Yeah, it's so
I don't
dumb.
think anything upsets somebody more than when they're really upset, and then you just like smile at them.
I think it's the worst thing you could do, actually, Danny. I think you're better off just calling him a motherfucker or a son of a bitch and just calling it a day than smiling at him. That'll really set somebody off. Yeah, look at that smile. Yeah. There's no way. I want to throw a baseball at that face right now.
That's actually the worst. I started laughing. We pulled up at the light and I was just laughing. I was like, "This is so stupid. Like it's just dumb."
No, I don't even.
That might actually cause me to have real road rage. Yeah, instead of just wishing you bad credit.
No, you didn't wish bad credit. You wish like
me,
I wish that. What did this dude say?
No need to wish it. It's there.
Okay, so I wish somebody's marriage would end, but you know, whatever. That was just. That was just
marriage would then lose their house, their 2 dogs and kids, bro. It was so specific. Like that's crazy.
Yeah, but it's just like the beautiful part about that,
and your marriage is on the line. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, like this is the 3rd time that they've rescheduled that date because they're trying to like reconcile.
I was like, damn, this motherfucker really thinks this shit out.
Yeah. But you know what? Hey, here's the thing, though.
I think he has a script for like every nationality. He's like, it's an Asian guy. Let me pull out that script. It's an American guy. The credit score. I'm not gonna run through the racist. I don't get weird here, but you know what I'm saying.
Hispano-Americano, bro. I hope your damn visa and your residency gets revoked and
he's got one.
Yeah.
He got it on the Rolodex.
But look, there's a redemption story behind that because that dude that loses his wife and the house and the kids and is paying $500 a month to live in a room in a crack house.
That's a minority for sure.
He has a chance to come back. Specific, He has a chance. He has a chance of redemption to build himself back up, to get that promotion, to get himself a penthouse, and get himself a trophy wife. He's got the chance. There's a redemption story.
Is he forgetting about his original kids?
No, he's still gonna be a father and be in their life. You know,
he's a Zoom dad. He's a Zoom dad. Is what he is.
But all that happens because he happened to cut me off and almost cost me the rear end him.
That must be like a thing now, right? Like before, like dads used to just get away with just like oh, every other weekend I couldn't make it this weekend, but now you gotta like at least do Zoom, right? To show that you can.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta at least Zoom. You can't even FaceTime because you might not have FaceTime, but like Zoom shows like you downloaded the app. You didn't just buy the phone. You know what I mean? Like I took the time to download the app. I registered. You know what I mean? That's the kind of dad I am. That has to be.
And it keeps the info of how long the Zoom call was. So it'd be like, look.
I care. Hey,
38 minutes to the kid for like it was like 18 minutes.
The kid, not even my son. I talked to the kid. not even my son. Damn. If you can't even do a Zoom call, what kind of piece of shit that are you? That's
oh my god, that's so crazy. Yeah, real quick, what would be like the Asian specific one? Like you probably just got a 1400 on your SATs.
Again.
I
thought about going down this road, but I got scared because then I was like, this is gonna go down a really like.
It's gonna get bad, yeah.
You guys already got kicked off of YouTube once, didn't you?
Yeah,
we did. But that was for something else. We don't talk about that.
So I considered going down that route.
Except I want to say you'll never be able to pronounce fried rice correctly.
No. See, this is what Danny was just saying. It's that slippery slope where it gets real
dicey. That is
the
slippery, so you got to be careful.
But I leave it at that one.
No more cats in this world. What are you gonna cook?
I'll leave it at that one because that's a generally accepted.
I don't think it's generally accepted by the Asian community.
It's widely known. It's widely known.
What the fuck?
That's definitely not.
You're right.
Yeah, the fuck. Right. I think all Asians like that joke. No, I don't think they do.
No, I think 95% of them like it. No.
No,
is it the other way around? I think it's the other way around.
Yeah, probably the other way around. Especially, that's wild. So specific with your insult, like you're almost like conjuring a spell, dude. It's so weird. Like I hope you lose your credit.
It's really something with credit for everyone. I don't care what race or nationality. It's really the same for everyone because because you need credit in this country. So if you have it right now, I wish you go from 850 to 550. Don't cut me off, and I'm not gonna wish it upon you. That's it.
God damn, that's
But
what
you
she's
ever,
not like.
but why are you gonna wish somebody that bad? Like people make mistakes. You never made a mistake on the road.
Dude, I'm just speaking it. It just makes me feel better. It's not gonna happen.
You wish it would.
But
Though.
what if you wish it would?
It is kind of extreme. 300 points is terrible. Someone's losing their job, their livelihood.
Yeah,
From
they lost
850 to
everything.
750 would be a big drop off.
850 to 550, you've lost everything and everything.
But 750 is still excellent credit.
Like just kill yourself.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he's very
something
Kevorkian
went
with his
terribly wrong. Like there's certain things that you don't even
he
need to
cut
know
me
the
off on
story. You
I-95
just
on my
know
way
that
to
something
Virginia
went
Beach.
terribly wrong.
Yeah, like you got dark with like it's an assisted suicide at that point, man. Like you're not wishing him death, but you're kind of in the suicide note. You know what I mean? Like this guy off 95 made this happen. Like that's some dark shit.
Anyway, that's my therapy. I told my wife that's not road rage, that's therapy. No one's getting hurt. I'm letting it out.
You should probably talk to somebody about that though.
I don't even get on the horn.
Like a professional, like somebody who's
Yeah.
who's certified to listen to that kind of wild shit.
You know what's messing me up this episode?
Then I wouldn't be able to say it on the podcast though.
What's messing me up is that I have my son's high chair next to me. I'm telling you, it's taking me everything in my being to really focus.
Yo, no lie, for a solid like 5 to 7 minutes, we just laughed, and I was crying so hard. I was laughing so hard. I was crying. I was losing it, bro. I was playing out entire scenarios of like him trying to get out of the high chair. It went down this wild ride, bro.
No, when he did this with the coins, the mental picture of him sitting in that chair going it.
Throwing my peas at my mom.
Yeah, man, that was wild. Yo, this story time has been wild. We should wrap it up here. We gotta put another one in the books here. So, guys, thank you so much for listening. 218. Oh, this is 217. Wow. I feel like, and then 218 is coming at you quickly. All right, man. I got nothing else. Y'all got something else? You got something in the high chair over there, JV?
Don't cut me off in the highway, dude. And you have perfect credit.
No, sir.
All right, guys. Catch you guys next time. Peace.